Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. We're getting into Game 3 now of Alliance taking on Virtus.pro. It's Phase 2 of Star Series Season 13. We got to find out which teams are going to make their way into what seed of the playoff bracket coming up next. Alliance are already sitting with one series won and one series lost. They need a win here for their final series to be in a better position. Virtus.pro, this is their second series of the tournament so far. Another win here would pretty much secure them into the upper bracket area. So, with that, this is KotLGuy from Beyond the Summit, and I'm not going to be alone. I'm joined once again from Clairvoyance, so from Great Out and Beyond, and here we go, Clairvoyance. Our Game 3 is going to feature the disgusting Viper, all right? I don't like the hero that much, but he's going to be here for Virtus.pro, and what a time to have him, because now it's going to be Alliance's turn to have the Tiny Wisp combo.
Yeah, it looks like they swapped roles, except VP didn't actually want what Alliance had in the first game. They actually banded out the Doombringer. The Winter Wyvern making not a single way into the draft in this 3-game series, and finally, the Slaughter does not get overlooked in the first pick stage.
Yeah, but you know who still continues to get overlooked kind of a bit more is Tusk, man. It's really interesting.
Yeah, it's ever since game 1, I guess both teams are somewhat reluctant to touch it.
Oh, funny how teams are with their metas and how they like to shift them around, and each best of 3 forms its own mini birth of one. And yeah, I gotta say, I like Virtus.pro having the Viper this go around, and I don't know. I feel like it's been a while since I've seen Alliance personally run the Tiny Wisp. I'm gonna try my best to multitask here, Clairvoyance, and see if I can bring up the Dota buff and see their recent history of play. But I don't know. Do you remember at all in recent time with them playing it? I look now, and they have played it. It was way back, about 20 days ago, apparently, against eHome, so that was at the major, I suppose. So I guess they're a bit up to snuff with it. Just something I haven't personally seen a whole lot, so I'm excited.
Yeah, so most of the time you'll actually see Alliance play against the Wisp Tiny. I guess they like to play against it in general. They probably figured out how the combo works. Unfortunately, sometimes you'll still fall to it, and
10 seconds remaining.
last game was one of those cases where they succeeded with their strategy against the Wisp Tiny specifically. They like to run a lot of the Bad Riders, the Juggernauts, but you know, this might change in time, as you said, with every team having their own meta. And you know, after your very own summit, we can expect a huge patch.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm not sure if some of the snippets and details have been shared, but this is a very small detail. I'm not sure if it's
oh
going to be a
goodness,
big
do you
deal.
have a little bit of extra something?
Yeah, the map's gonna change. Yeah, the Dota map's gonna change.
Are you for real?
Yeah, the terrain's gonna change. There's gonna be
You're not just talking
camps.
about the desert one, right?
Yeah, no.
Okay.
not just like the format, the layout itself, like the foundation, the groundwork.
Wow.
It's gonna change. 2 new camps. And
What?
I believe.
You're
yeah, 2 new
lying.
neutral camps, and I believe. I guess for the addition of more symmetry type of thing, how they're gonna do it, I won't spoil the details on how. It's pretty much unconfirmed too, but I think also Dire offlane might get a pull, just like the Radiant offlane has one. The access to Dire Wood Camp number 5, something similar to that.
What? Okay,
Yeah,
I mean,
it's crazy. It's crazy.
it sounds
like,
crazy.
this
Like,
is
if you
really,
told
really
me the
big.
Roach Pit was going to change before it did, I would have thought you were crazy then. So, I don't know, man. It sounds like a bit of
10
tinfoil hat,
seconds
but your name
remaining.
is Clairvoyance, so I don't know. I don't know what to think. So, okay.
Unfortunately, I haven't seen the future. I can only record what I've seen in the past. But
All right. Well, you heard it here first. If it does
Reserve
happen, that's crazy to me. A map change, huh? That would be pretty
it's
damn
a
dramatic.
lot of crazy stuff coming in, man. A lot of crazy stuff. Let me tell you.
All right, I'm ready for it, because I feel like this meta, if we were to compare it from like a growing state, it's definitely past its puberty. You know, we're past the teen era. This is like a 50-year-old man who's like, I'm getting ready to go to retirement, but I got a little bit of work
Virtus.pro's
left before I
turn
can
to
get,
pick.
you know, that full advantage of my 401k. I think Summit
that's
is
what
going to
I,
be hopefully the retirement home for this meta.
Yeah, and that's actually what I find so interesting about the whole majors format now that we have the 4 seasons, so to speak, in Dota. Not to take away from this game specifically, but you know, every 3 months, you can expect some sort of major balance change, and of course, this is the first one. So I'm not sure if everyone's gonna. And I doubt the potential of
10
every single one
seconds
having like a
remaining.
huge change, like map layouts and huge imported heroes like Earth Spirit, and I'm assuming maybe like Oracle or Earth Spirit might get through as well. That's unconfirmed. But yeah, it's gonna be like
Reserve
three months every time you'll expect something like a meta changing patch, and it's a really interesting thought.
I'm excited. I'm excited for change, as I always am. I'd have to say though, this particular meta, I want to get back to the draft soon, but it's entertained more than a lot of the others. You know, of course, you know, when we had the pesky like Tinker era or the Troll Sniper, things felt pretty damn stale at that point. But I feel like we're seeing a
Man,
nice.
that was, you know, being a mid player myself, that was one of my favorites because Tinker, man, you can solo carry a game. It doesn't matter what your off lane or safe lane do. If you do well in your lane, get your bots, get your Dagon, you'll just start killing heroes non-stop. And there's actually so little that they could have done back in the day. And Sniper, like Sniper Troll, that was another dreadful meta. You talk about this disgusting Viper KotL, man, those heroes gave you no solutions.
I mean, there is that small, the 1% or whatever, the dozens of us who actually enjoy Viper or enjoyed Tinker at that point in time that are just thriving right now. But all right, well, look at this. We're in for a treat. The Dong Special, Nature's Prophet, here for Alliance. You know, I don't know. It's been, even the last time he's pulled it out, I want to say it's not like it's not like a for sure win, but it's definitely something scary.
The last time they pulled it out, Alliance were back, KotL.
Oh, really? Was it that recent?
I'm just guessing. I'm assuming that they were back because most of the time when they pick Furion, you are playing against Alliance and you do not ban Furion. Blah blah blah. Alliance are back.
Let's see. When's the last time they played it here? I'm looking it up. I got their Dota. You know, I'm a man of multitasking here. Let's see. It's been a while. Remaining. All right, is this it here? It looks like 6 days ago against 4CL, and you know what? They lost it. So. Actually, that comes a part of their 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 game loss streak. So they were definitely they were definitely not back up to 2 days ago. They did win.
Well, they were back to a different place. I imagine. They're still back in some way.
But hey, since then, they got that 2-0 win over Na'Vi, who were back in their own right, I guess, because they took down OG. So they beat the guys who were also back. Now they're back. Then now we're here now against VP, and they lost first game, and so they're kind of trying to come back. Is where we are currently in the back or not back meter. I don't know. But they got to be happy. Nature's Prophet. So what we got from that was the last time they were in Nature's Prophet, it was not a for sure win. They actually lost that matchup against 4CL. So it's not like the end all be all, but it's definitely something they're happy to go for, a specialty, if you will. So. There he is, though. Tusk does make an appearance. It's better late than never here for virtus.pro.
Yeah, and honestly, I would imagine playing Nature's Prophet against Slaughter is not fun either. Slaughter, a hero that has the built-in phase mechanic coming out of the sprint every 12 seconds, or 17 seconds, I should say, which lasts for 12. He doesn't care about the Furion Treant block, which is one of the not only a trademark of Admiral Bulldog, but also a trademark of Furion itself playing the early game. And another hero that doesn't care about that and completely bypasses that will be the Tusk. So VP actually have a lot of tools and a lot of damage that can go through right on top of the Furion. So despite Alliance's TI3-esque draft, that's kind of a homage to their TI victory lineup sort of thing. They have the global presence, but can they pull it off here? You know, it's going to be tough with the lane setup that they have now.
Now, what would round out this perfect Alliance TI-esque draft with something for S4? It would maybe the Batrider mid, but it was banned. But
yeah. It's like the Tiny will be the focus one, and I believe it could be played at the safe lane this game. I mean, playing Wisp Tiny against Viper, if the Viper is good and the Tusk rotates or some other hero rotates and interferes, it could be tough. But the other thing is they need a playmaking type of hero that goes beyond just Bulldog, because assuming that Bulldog can't really snowball against Slaughter and Tusk, since he might be the prey, not the hunter in this case, they need something that's mobile, something that can fight early, Centaur type of thing. But something that synergizes with Earthshaker. In terms of the synergy, Razor and Gyrocopter come to mind, but again, not too sure if they're the playmakers that they need this game.
We'll see. Oh,
Queen of Pain. There you go.
All right. There she is. Nicely done. Alliance now. They got an S4 special. How do you think he stands? People consider him one of the best Queen of Pains in the game right now, but you also got your Sumails, you got your CTYs. Do you think he's up there?
Yeah, I think S4 is definitely up there in terms of skill, raw skill with the hero. In terms of performances and results, though, it's definitely different. That might be a tribute to the team differences as well. But I don't know. Personally, there was that game, if you recall, EG versus Vega. Sumail played the best co-op I've ever seen in my entire life. He played this BKB first Queen of Pain, went like 20-5, and his entire team, Arteezy was playing Luna, and it's like they were all having a really rough time. And I don't know, the man's just a monster. And I think CTY's Queen of Pain also attests to his skill by just having a really good statistic overall. Visage,
it's
a hero that
it's a Lil special.
Very, very strong. Lil special, as you said. Unfortunate that we didn't see it the other day. There's no counter to birds on the side of Alliance this game.
Oh, yeah. You are right. They do not have an easy way of dealing with those pesky birds. And virtus.pro just kind of snuck in that Slardar Visage combo right under the nose of Alliance. And Lil is dirty with this hero. I mean, you said it before. I've heard it from people like Capitalists and stuff. This guy he even picks it in pubs and just
he solo queues matchmaking and he goes mid with Visage.
Try hard.
And he wins. Yeah.
That's just disgusting.
Try hard. That was a massive try hard, Kotl.
Yeah, man, that's so filthy. But
yeah, filthy.
You don't see those in my. You don't see Visage at all in my pubs. But when you get to that level and you're just spanking people with a mid lane Visage, there's something special about you. And virtus.pro have that special person right now. And I don't know. I'm feeling it. This could be a Lil show. We'll see. You know, he's a bit, but we also have, you know, we got specialist for specialist here. Got the Bulldog Nature's Prophet going against the Lil Visage here.
You know what? I'm looking at something very interesting. Have you ever seen these treants?
Let me see. Where are they right now?
Scouting out the map right now, heading towards the ruin.
Oh. Yes.
What are these things?
Yeah, I don't know. They're like little minotaurs or something?
Yeah, they're
green centaur things.
They're quite cute, I have to say. This is interesting.
Look at it. Engage with Lil. Yep. Goes back. That intel, man. All right. Well, here we go. This is it. It's game 3. The winner of this game will take the whole series, get the extra points, and be in a better position here for Star Series 13. Moving into the next group phase here. But I gotta say, based on draft, I don't know. Do you have it? Do you give the slight nod to a team like virtus.pro who could be a bit more clashy and have the Viper to deal with the Tiny, or do you think that Alliance with their crafty Bulldog Nature's Prophet, they'll be able to still find plenty of farms through like stacks and have this Tiny be a scary monster?
The battle begins.
I'm not too sure about like how the game will progress with the lanes itself. I do think VP have the better tools in the early game to fight. As you said, they look like a very clash heavy team.
Yeah.
But I think if Bulldog ever gets an Aghanim Scepter at any point in this game, he's going to start spawning treants all over the map. And these single target / one nuke heroes on the side of VP, I'm not sure if they'll be able to deal with the split push potential.
Yeah, I have to see. I mean, if that's the build now, the Aghanims, Octarine, Refresher, Cancer kind of a build. And or if he's going to have to revert to something different for this particular case. Still now a dual lane matchup here. One that Viper should get the better end of these trades. Certainly as the levels start coming in, he just leads in with another Toxin for now, but as it goes over time, it's more pressure to make sure Ake builds up these stacks, which he's already going to get a head start on because he will need to fall back on this farm because Viper's not making it easy for him.
Now we see Earthshaker stacking up the woods as well. Doesn't really have too much to do, of course. It is Queen of Pain versus Tusker at the bottom. And I think S4 really wants to drop a Shadow Strike here, but he's watching out for the snowball potential dodge. So both players are pretty keenly aware of what each other's arsenal has.
It's a nice thing that Alliance have going for him is they have 3 structured lane setups. Like S4 can handle his own. Bulldog should be able to handle his own. This is something that he's done a bazillion times as it is. And it allows, engagements which are happening like mid lane. They move in. They have the benefit of the Earthshaker being there. And they're trying to make it go into Dazzle, but it's not working out for Loda. Loda's going to be going down. He's the first blood. They might get FNG on the return. They will. But it is going to be first blood bonus for the side of VP. And they get the Tiny down of all people. Very nice start.
Yeah. I think that engagement at the very start too, there was no way Earthshaker can block out the Viper. So that was just it was a really hard attempt. They did go for it, and
they're going for Bulldog too, dude. They got the crush, they got the grave slow, and just unfortunately a bit short on the right clicks. Barely makes it away there.
Yeah, Lil really wants level 2 to be able to play a lot more aggressive with that soul assumption coming in.
Loda returns now back to his mid lane. To do the classic stout shield quelling blade buildup for now.
Oh, Phobos. I think he's dead.
What is happening here? He's getting rolled all the way under the tower, and he has nowhere to go. He's down for sure. All right, nice little pull back there. Alliance's lanes continue to be ever so mobile.
Yeah, it's definitely the key strength of their lineup against the lineup of VPs, which is lane-centric, immobile, and they're taking good advantage of it so far, without the Furion's intervention either. So somewhat of a surprise there, but I think Bulldog will come into play very soon as he's rotating back to base. Possibly going to go straight into the woods now because I don't think he can contest this lane too easily at this point.
Yeah, might have to be something they sacrifice, but
Oh,
easily
you
can
know
make
what?
up for it in the other two lanes.
Yeah, now that I mentioned that though, there's so many stacks in the woods that I'm not sure if he's able to farm any of it effectively.
Oh, you're
I think
right.
he actually has to go back to lane.
Oh, at least 3 of the camps are just way too big. Oh my god, they have 4 of them stacked up. There is a lot of gold in the trees right now. When Alliance do decide to step back and get it, and they might be able to pincer Phobos here. Well, they hit him with a fissure, but they're certainly not making his life easy. He's 4-1 CS. Compare that to Bulldog, he's at least 6-3, getting really close to level 4, about to snap it right now. While Phobos still struggles to be behind a little bit. And you got to remember they were able to bully Nature's Prophet out of the lane 2 different times. So, very nice setup for them. And FNG is just permanent mid lane babysitter duty. Just sitting here. He's not even making stacks because they don't really have anyone to clear out the stacks.
Yep.
Which kind of sucks for him a bit. So he's kind of stuck on this one babysitter job on level 2. So it's going to be a bit of a slow time for him.
Yeah, this is really like a classic VP lineup going up against the classic Alliance lineup here. VP just want to play super aggressive, don't really want to resort to farming woods unless they have like Shadow Fiend or something and force the fight on you and try to take the objectives that way. Now FNG is actually coming in from behind. I don't think Bulldog will scout this out, but this is a Dazzle gank without Poison Touch, mind you.
Yeah, this is not on the books.
Yeah.
But desperate times, I guess, call for desperate measures, and they just want the extra right clicks now. And
oh my gosh,
mini weave heal. There we go. There we go, baby. And he is going to TP away. Bye-bye. That's not happening.
I think if Lil stuck around, they definitely would have gotten the kill, but I guess Lil thought other of it, saying, hey, there's treants, there's a creep wave, we should just back off with this.
Yeah. It might end up costing one of their lives getting hit out of that tower just for one desperate soul assumption kill. I mean, they're pretty bloodthirsty, though. I'm not too sure. But otherwise, MSG will have to do the walk of shame back to the mid lane for now. But the nice thing that they do have going for him is that this Viper, he's getting nicely farmed right now. He's 27-13, best CS in the game at this moment, highest on net worth as well. Do you think he's pushing for, like, you get the mech and then we go, 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 go?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's the right approach to this game as well. Let Silent just play this Midas carry with the Slaughter. I'm actually, knowing Silent's tendencies, I don't know if he's going to go Midas, but if he does, it'd be really nice because he can just keep up with the farm while ganking. And Bulldog's in trouble.
Yes, he is. He sprouted a battle cage for himself now. But, hey, a lot of damage on the Silent in the meantime, but it's not going to be nearly enough. The Soul Assumption from Lil secures it, and just to be safe, FNG dishes out the grave because these pesky little tree gremlins are poking a bit too much at Silent.
You know, this would have been a really, really next level play. If Bulldog decided to buy back as soon as he died and poured it in, he might have gotten the kill. I can't guarantee too because Silent probably would have stunned him out, but Lil would have died for sure. And that would have been a really impressive play. Because early game buybacks are actually really cheap. And somebody like Eternal Envy would do this often with Ember Spirit. If they just die, they just ram them back in and just get like a double kill or something.
Can't help but feel like it would be a little high risk. I mean, by then the Crush would have been back up, and I don't know. I mean, I understand. Maybe he was like, at the time the Grave was still maybe available. And
yeah, the Grave was used, and he also had 8 Magic Stick charges. That's why.
Oh,
so,
didn't notice the 8
yeah,
charges.
so he had like insurance to get out for sure. And we knew Dazzle no longer had any more spells to save the Visage, who was like literally 1 to 2 right clicks away from that. So it was a close one. Would have been a neat attempt, but it's not something you have to do. And looks like they want to toss in for a kill here with the Earthshaker Fisher combined with the Wisp Ball Bomb, but looks like it's not happening.
I love it. If you're able to time that out appropriately when you can... If you throw them in as the spirits do expire and then you build up a new set, it does a deceptive amount of nuke damage. That will just blow up right in your face. And you'll see Wisp even try to time out relocates aggressively just to step in, balls burst, and they build up a new set and go for a quick kill. Kebab will avoid some trouble. A pesky FNG Dazzle with DD was kind of giving him a bit of a time, but he had to step back to base here. And steady as she goes for Alliance, they'll continue to find the reserve side farm here as we see Loda taking on a nice big stack. What do you think? Is this enough suppled farm that he could just push straight for the blink, or should he step off for the treads? He's a guy that we know can even get drums if there's one on the team already. You know, is he going to do maybe a bit of the same thing here?
I think just because of the shift to the standard of blink, it should be like an every game item. I think maybe Viper might not be the prime target, but you can always toss him back into the Wisp or somebody else lying in the back lines in tower range. But most importantly, you can always burst down this Visage or Dazzle, especially Dazzle.
Bulldog's in a bit of trouble here, Claire. No poison touch again, but they just walk right up to him and just slam him against the bridge wall there.
Oh!
And he somehow just finagled his way out. Nope, he did not. Lil has the final blow right there. FNG barely alive, has to use the grave to step away. Again, these little tree goblins just try to get close and tickle you. And he doesn't want anything to do with it. But it's a successful pickoff again here on the mighty Bulldog. And bottom lane, though, they're looking for a trade themselves. They're going to get some quick hit damage on this tier 1 tower.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Looks like they're going to secure it. I mean, there's no heroes really in position on coming on the VP. Phobos has got to heal for a little while, and that's going to take some time as well. And of course, the Earthshaker is in place, in position with another ward handily placed just above the Roshan area. So easy tower for Alliance. I would say a fair trade. VP are actually investing a lot of resources. Every time they see Bulldog, speaking of Bulldog, he was just about to port in, but decided to think better of it.
Yeah, he'll take his business back to the top lane. I touch back here at the mid lane with G on his disgusting Viper, and look at it. He has a belt. So, Sange, S and Y, is that what we're looking at here for the Viper? Not opting for the mech, maybe hoping that someone else will maybe grab it instead, or maybe no one. I'm not too sure.
Yeah, so far he hasn't been looking like he's going for it. He has the belt. Most likely when you see this, it's going to be like an SNY or something like that I just mentioned, and don't know. I do think that if they go for mech, they only have like one playstyle this game. Again, like if he goes for mech, Slaughter has to get a Midas and they have to fight. If he goes for something else, maybe, yeah, first item SNY, looking with the Sange as well. He might have the chance to scale. It's not something I really want to rely on with a Viper, but it's possible. And he has the Visage as well, who can also scale. And they're starting to farm up the safe lane now, so that's pretty good.
Yeah, I'm curious to see Silent, who's currently sporting 1,300 gold, could be going straight for the blink, or as you said, the Midas could help him get a bit more greedy and kind of scale a bit better here for Alliance and punish them a bit for taking so much time and farming themselves. It turns into a bit of that greed versus greed, but maybe necessary here for virtus.pro, as the opportunities don't seem to be coming as easy as you'd expect. Check back with Bulldog here. His power tread's complete. No early inkling on how he's going to be able to transition, but he hasn't been very fight eccentric. He's not really showing up. You know, it doesn't seem like he needs to show up for any of these particular fights. He's just running into his own bit of trouble in the lane. So he's just trying to catch up. At least he has his ulti. He can be somewhat of a global presence. Loda also. He is going right for the Blink Dagger, it looks like. 1,500 gold sported for him. Claire, are you there?
I am. I'm just
in the zone.
Looking around, yeah, just trying to figure out what else is the next option here for VP. It honestly looks like they're just slowly losing the map.
Alliance just
oh, Silence going in.
Oh, here we go. Silent crushes on forward. Bulldog not going to be able to get the catch, but the toss forward onto Ake, and Ake's like, well, I can't do much about it. I can hit him, but I can't really slow him down. Oh,
that's enough.
That nog on the noggin there. It was Nature's Prophet ulti, and then a follow-up right click from Ake. Got to get the finish there, and Ake ends up going down. As he returns to the bottom lane, it looks like Viper catches him out, takes him apart.
An unfortunate end to a slithering fish.
Well, we'll see here. S4 now is going to be doing his own thing. He's got a DD up. While Viper steps out, he steps in and is glad to kind of set up some damage here. But we might see a siege here at the top lane. We got Loda and Bulldog now doing work on the tower. And virtus.pro kind of creeping forward like they want to do something about it. But now they run into Kebab. That's an easy kill for him.
Oh, God.
They'll take that one gladly. And the rest of Alliance are going to have to get the hell out. Do they turn, though? They're thinking about it. Step back stun. Nothing follow-up. They're just trying to keep Silent away. And it looks like they will be able to. virtus.pro always hungry for a fight, though. They should probably take the extra moment to just finish out maybe that next item or two.
Yeah,
I'd love to
I
see
think
Silent grab something.
Yeah, yeah. I think he really, really wants that Blink Dagger, and I've been talking about the Midas a few times already. I really do hope he gets it, but it might just be a game where he just wants to get Blink so he can actually start being a force instead of getting picked off the way he did. Because right now he's kind of weak and he can be exposed if he's in the wrong spot. And without Blink, it just happens to be the case that a lot of his positioning could be a wrong spot because he doesn't have the escape tool that's necessary. Bobo's here with the invis on Bulldog and probably the easiest kill of their lives.
Right on the chin. There's the shard. There's the Viper Strike. Bulldog will just sit there and unfortunately accept his reality that he is dead. Gee, killing spree now for his Viper. Very nice. Easy pick, and they're starting to get the kills that they were hungry for before. Having a Tusk now more online certainly helps out. G's very, very tanky, so anyone he can get his slow mobile self onto is probably going to be in for sure death as he gets closer and closer now to his S and Y.
Radiant's top tower is under
and
attack.
they just denied out a fresh new ward, so that's a pretty good bonus as well. Bottom lane, Loda's going in.
And Phobos trying to make him work for it. Could not get the uppercut off. And they will quickly make a retreat. Will they catch up? Oh, they got the slow, but no follow-up is going to be there. And Ake Loda going to make a safe retreat. And now they're going to relocate. The party doesn't stop until Loda shows up. Top lane. And they're going to get the kill now onto Silent. Nice twofer for the Wisp Tiny duo.
Yeah, I think he went on S4 to try and go for a simple harass and probably wanted to blink out, but he didn't realize Bulldog was there. And as soon as Bulldog got his right click off and was able to sprout him out.
Goodness, they make their return, and how convenient they see Lil, and they get that kill too. Well,
and
lovely.
G.
And now mid lane, he got a Blink Dagger, he steps in, and he's going to go for a kill on the Viper. Viper, though, is able to live. Oh, man, he's tanky. Walks up, back and away, gets the heal from Dazzle, and he's going to be good. He's going to be just fine. And virtus.pro get a mild turnaround now, able to take down the Wisp, but I don't think they're going to be able to follow up with anything else. That almost looks too good to be true. They got those 3 blessings of kills.
Yeah,
and then the mid lane, the tankiness of that Viper, man. I mean,
G, they call him the combo breaker.
he's
He
big.
finished off what Alliance could have had a 4-0 run in like in the span of a minute, literally. But hey, you know, disgusting Viper. This hero's pretty good against magic damage.
I want to say he took almost the full combo from Loda. He took a Sonic Wave and just...
And the Scream, blinking from the pop,
all bad.
And the Earthshaker Fisher. Yeah, he took everything that they could throw at him. Except the Furion ultimate.
And of course, Props FNG was also there to help out with a little bit of extra healing power. And, well, look at this. Now it's going to be virtus.pro looking to battle it out with a big one here. They got the amp damage, certainly helps. And a medallion. Oh, this Rosh is going down.
Yeah, 5-on-1 with a great one.
Alliance know that this is going on, so they're going to get the most that they can, and they are frantically looking to push. Mid lane, tier 1, it's down. Picked up from Loda. And top lane, S4, look at this, halfway already down. The tier 2 top lane. Getting as much gold as they can on the map in exchange for the free Rosh.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
They're walking out now.
S4 is making the best of it. It's, I guess, somewhat of a standard trade between the Dire T2 versus the Rosh, but at this rate, they're not even going to get this T2. Or they'll put it in deny range. Yeah, I think he wanted to back for sure. Despite the vision, it's kind of risky because you don't know where exactly the slaughter is. So I think it was a wise choice for S4 to just put it in range and get out.
Oh, crush from Silent onto the 2.
Oh
Loda
my
goes
gosh.
down. Ake is there to follow. Nice setup from Silent. They just pounce onto him. Alliance didn't just make the full escape. They stepped up for some farm along the way, and that's where it came back to bite him in the ass.
Yeah,
Nice
huge
ward.
pick off there. Huge. The map is now opened up for the time being, and as you said, with a nice ward, they're able to snipe them out. The problem still lingers though. Silent is extremely underfarmed, so even with this Aegis, all he can really make do of it is probably go for a huge engagement that kind of dives deep more than anything else. Whether they can get a tower out of it or not is a different question, unless the Viper is there with the rest of the forces. And speaking of the Viper, he does have the S&Y completed. He's the highest on the net worth board, but it is a Viper. Against the heavy mobility team of Alliance, you know, in terms of dealing with the split push, it's not going to be as easy as it sounds.
He will have to get out of trouble, and uh-oh, Ake, he found himself into trouble.
Holy smokes.
He goes down quickly. And
Their
virtus.pro,
single target damage is absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
Again, this is the clashing potential that they had from the early game.
and They're just using this time, and they're just going to keep sieging forward while they got a good thing going. Bulldog starts, doing his little thing, his little Bulldog thing here. Oh no! Gets spotted out from Silent. Tries to hide himself into a Sprout to make a TP out, and Silent says,
the bash.
"You shall not pass," and he just starts crushing him in the face. It's a violent one to watch, but Bulldog does go down.
That's that 10% coming into play. I think so far the progression has been somewhat standard and expected. You know, it was somewhat of a given that Alliance, when they start taking the mid game fights, or when the fights do break out, it's going to be very tough for them, especially to kill the Viper. Not to mention the overwhelming aggression coming out of both Tusk and Slaughter. It's just whether they can keep up with the farm and continue split pushing, because at the end of the day, they still have a huge tower advantage. VP has only taken 1 tower this game, and Alliance have really, really good map control in the sense that even though they can't walk out too far, they have enough territorial space and the vision to dictate their movements more freely.
Yeah, and they know exactly where it's safe to farm, and they'll just keep doing so while they can. And, interesting notes since then, Bulldog's finished out his Orchid. He went with the Orchid first build-up here. Might not help a whole lot against some people like the Viper and stuff, but he's looking to find opportunities where given. And, obviously with the more attack battle kind of build-up, if you will, on this G Viper and not going for the mech. It's fine, though. They got Tusk to get the mech instead, and it's now complete and ready to go. So I think virtus.pro, they're ready for a fight, and I think they can go for one sooner than later. And in fact, they're already smoked up, and they are moving towards the mid lane here. They're hustling to see if they can find an opportunity.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower.
Oh, and they might get a cutoff here, possibly onto Ake and Loda. Ake has relocate ready to go. But they're not going to pursue. It looks like they're going to head back towards the mid lane here, and most of Alliance are already residing up way north to the top.
Yeah, both teams are just playing around the enemy side of the map, furthest away from their own safety of jungles. VPG, of course, he's just farming up the enemy wood slowly but surely. He's actually picked up a Blink Dagger, so he really wants to get into the nitty-gritty here and just start catching up to heroes. And
he already, puts it to use here on Bulldog, and he got him.
Oh, nice snipe. That's a really good kill.
You give Viper something that he lacks, which is speed and mobility, and suddenly you got a problem on your hands, and that was a wonderful debut for the Blink Dagger now, and that is just something else they have to fear. A missing G off the map has the opportunity now for surprise.
Yeah, it's definitely another thing they have to look out for, especially if they're split pushing on the side of Flop and Bulldog. Even though Bulldog has the form of teleportations and Orchids, and Queen of Pain has the Blinks. In that case scenario, it was not enough. Oh, there's a TP coming in from S4.
Oh, they canceled it.
Nicely done.
Had to cancel that. Yeah. Top lane, Loda's going to work here. It's without surprise that Ake is going to be nearby to bring him back or bring him bottom lane to help out if necessary. But in the meantime, they're just trying to find the same objectives. And they have the assistance, as you can see. The Nature's Prophet ulti is helping keeping the waves down and keeping the push live there at the top lane. But they'll eventually pull out. Both teams will pull back at this point. So it's a nice pick for virtus.pro, but you could feel like in their body language they were hoping to maybe get a bit more after objective-based.
Yeah. At the end of the day, despite the fact that S4 canceled this TP and the Wisp Tiny only did chip damage, it is still tier 3 damage that they have to worry out for. And the Aegis does expire. Unfortunately, I didn't hear the sound today. I'm not sure if you did. But Kebab's about to go down.
He went down just as fast as you said he was about to go down. He is out for the count. Kebab.
Yeah.
It's going to prolong that Blink Dagger longer and longer. Certainly would help with the high ground defense that could be coming their way sooner than later. And then I don't know how long before Alliance have to pull out that Plan B book and be like, okay, we got to go with the rat tactics here. We got to go with the split push. They have some of the best in the game to do so. Wisp Tiny, Nature's Prophet. I mean, are we already approaching that territory part of the game, or do you think Alliance still are in that good spot where they had comfortable space and map vision? Those don't exist as much anymore.
Oh, is Ake gonna get caught out here?
Nope. Oh,
wow.
Go the other way. No, S4's still in the woods. Minding his own business.
Oh my gosh, is he dead?
He's surrounded. Oh goodness. Ouch.
The answer is yes.
Man, he got crushed.
He is indeed dead.
14-6, virtus.pro still very, very strong spot. A lot of it is on the back of G, of course. Silent still, he didn't go over the Midas or anything. He went extra mobility, Blink Force Staff. This game is mostly on G at this point. And without having Slardar with a lot of farm, there is a bit of a ticking clock for virtus.pro at this point.
You know, that's what I thought before as well, but given how Alliance are playing and how they're losing their cores and important heroes at this point, I'm just not sure anymore.
Oh, really?
The Tiny, as we know, is susceptible to kiting to a Viper. And this Viper has a Blink Dagger, so if he wants to kite a target, he will get in position to do so. The more important thing is the Queen of Pain and the Nature's Prophet, they're just not getting the farm that they're looking for. And Bulldogs finally began purchasing up the Aghanim Scepter here, or creating the pieces anyway. He's got the point booster and he's like 2k away from completing it. But they really are losing a lot of kills. And I thought from the early game, from the chain of kills that they had earlier, like they were playing this really, really well. But now, I think they're slowly starting to fall apart.
And virtus.pro have made things work and adapted appropriately. And it looks like G's next object is trying to be a BKB, and whoa! See you later.
Wow.
That blinking Viper, quick to react, makes it out from trouble. And Loda's not able to get the catch, and Alliance will have to turn tail and walk away, but will all of them make him out safely? Uh-oh, Bulldog gets blocked. They roll in, they uppercut, and he can't make it out. He's down. G gets the mega kill there, and that was supposed to be an Alliance smoke movement into the woods for a G pickoff, and they end up losing one of their own.
Man, it's playing Nature's Prophet into a Tusk and a Slaughter. I can't imagine. That must not be fun. S4 though.
Oh, he's able to blink.
Man, he
Can
baited
they
them
find
out.
him?
Oh,
They
no, he
found
got
him. The Bloodhounds were out, and they found the trail. They do get help, though, relocate in. Comes out from Loda and Ake, and they're able to get the crush. They take down 2. And it looks like they're going to be relocated back and away when they want to finish off the bird. That was a nice turnaround for Alliance. It cost them a relocate, but they got the job done.
S4 laid the trap, and Bobo's now, I think he might go down as well.
A double trap. Fobo's going to get dropped now.
Yeah.
That
He really set the trap on that one. What I initially thought was a misplay turned out fantastic for him as he was able to silence the target. And G goes down at top. Never mind Alliance not picking it up. They're doing it, man.
Yeah, what the hell's going on right now? They just flipped the script within a minute of us bringing it up. They're just suddenly got it together. After that shaky engagement into the VP Woods, suddenly they find a beautiful relocate bottom, and opportunities continue to open up here. S4 etches himself away, and he will be out from trouble here. And suddenly Alliance are well back into the game. What was turning into a 3K net worth of lead for virtus.pro is now back square even.
And they just gotta keep doing exactly what they just did. As soon as they get vision, if they can bring out some of the, or draw out some of the forces on VP, but not in full force. So if they split them up in like 2 to 3 or small packs and skirmishes, they will definitely get the advantage with the relocate, Fury and global presence, Queen of Pain, mobility, whatnot. But as we've seen before, 5v5 is not the way to go. And there is a slight potential for the 5v5 if the Roshan fight breaks out. And Roshan is up now, and I think both teams need to be wary of that. But for the time being, Alliance, they're holding the advantage.
And I gotta say, I feel like that advantage might just get easier and easier for them as time goes on, because as you look at it, and once Bulldog finishes this Aghanim Scepter and he turns into that real pain in the butt, where that Nature's Prophet ulti just bounces through and all of a sudden all of your lanes are getting pushed in at once. Look at the wave clear from virtus.pro. It's
They've got nothing, man.
They don't have anything, man. They have like Dazzle Heal. It's like,
Yeah.
hope to God that is going to be enough. Outside of that, it's just not that good. And when they have to frantically split their precious team apart, now they're killing people, it looks like here. Phobos gets caught out bottom lane, goes down to relocate from Loda and Ake. They're just not going to have an answer for all that pressure, and they can't afford to split up. Top lane, though, Silent gets him on the comeback, and he's still alone. But now Lil's able to show up. They get a toss back, force away from Silent. Now looking to re-engage, but they get the help from Bulldog here, who does TP in. Lil going to be going down first. Loda bats him on down with the Whomping Willow, and they're looking for more. Silent, though, is sprinted up, but not the Dazzle. He gets catched, tossed up and down, but will not be taken apart yet. He still holds the shallow grave. Can he get it off? Oh, he got it off at the last second. My goodness. Now, though, it's not going to matter as they go ahead and just continue chasing on forward. They even give him with the urn. G going to be almost trapped, is able to force away from trouble thanks to Silent. Silent going to be eating the Sonic Wave, and he goes down. Alliance now pulling the game out,
Dire's top
because
tower
they're able to
is
just
under
edge kill after kill after kill. It's like the 3rd time we've seen this game, and they're already going to work on this tier 3.
I really do think at this stage of the game, Alliance have a superior strategy. And VP, of course, going in 1 by 1 like that, definitely not the solution here. In the end, they do pay the price. Viper is orchided up now, and this tier 3 will go down for sure. But I imagine Alliance are just going to try to play it slow for the time being, because they don't have all of their ultimates as they would like to.
G commits in, but he's a single target kind of a guy. He's just hoping to get the wisp. Now they do get him down. They turn their focus on the Loda, get him. Phobos is already moving on forward. That means Bulldog's going to get left there. He goes down. It's a buyback, relocate, coming back from Ake and Loda. They're looking to finish this game out here and now. If they can get these kills, this game could be theirs. And it looks like they're going to be able to knock down Lil, but his birds starting to do a bit of work on Ake, and oh, he brings them both back to base. Don't know if it was intentional or not, but the rest of the team has got to get the hell out. Silent is back. He's looking to move in, misses the crush, but almost gets S4 there. But he is still going to be on the chase. Points at him, gives him the amp damage. But,
he needs to drop the blink dagger.
Oh no, he can't get away from the birds. And that means that they will go ahead and stun him down, and Kabap will be crushed and taken care of.
Nicely done on the chase there. Again, I thought Alliance should have had to have that sense of urgency to back out immediately. Now we see G chasing in. Doesn't miss blink, but I don't think he would have been able to kill S4 anyway because he had the blink up as soon as he went into the high ground, into the fog. So I think the next thing they have to look for is, well, Aki is going to die here. And he just bought back, I think. So that's a free kill. Probably they're opening to Roche. And Alliance might have just allowed VP to come back.
Yeah, this is now VP's chance as they will scout out. The Roche is up. They could decide to go right for it, but they're hoping for a quick pick here on Bulldog, and this is why you hate Tusk. When you're playing Nature's Prophet, there's just nowhere to easily hide. He just rolls on in there, brings company, and you go down. virtus.pro can now fight their way out from this lane and go right for the Roche, and G's already getting it started, and now we're back the other way. Clairvoyance, I feel like we've just been like that all game long. It's Alliance's advantage with a three-man multi-kill from Loda, and then they just start losing. Then they have a big comeback, big relocate return, and they just start losing. And virtus.pro are back in the pit once more. We'll have the Aegis, while Alliance are up to something fishy, top lane.
Lots of back and forths, for sure.
It's a close series, man, between these both teams. I don't know what kind of credit we throw to what side. If Alliance are matching up to virtus.pro, or virtus.pro are just not on their A game yet. I mean, you got to remember, both these teams now have very fresh rosters. This is only the second day of Silent playing with virtus.pro, and this is the first day of Mr. Kabap playing for Alliance.
Yeah, it's actually funny. Funny, I would say Alliance actually have the newer roster in that sense. Even though I think the 4 seasoned veterans on that team have well more than played enough with each other, kind of thing. It's the change in the 4th, 5 position hero or player is actually like a way bigger deal than changing your carry. I don't want to say Illidan's like very similar to Silent, and I'm sure the team had its reasons of switching the players the way they did. But switching out the carries, like if you ever have a stand-in situation, you want to replace your carry more than your support, because they're the shot callers, they're the ones that are watching the minimap, and generally have a more impact in terms of the mental aspects of the game.
Yeah, support players are almost a dime a dozen for many regions. Good support players are just hard to come by, and nobody wants to play that shit. So everyone wants to be the the Kobe Bryant. Everyone wants to be the point guard. Nobody wants to be the towel boy or the coach / towel boy. It just sucks, but
Kobe Bryant style. Just announce your retirement, chuck 17 threes in a game.
Yeah, the guy, it feels like something he can just dictate if he wants to have a good game or not. Some games I feel like that guy just does not give a fuck. He'll just throw up 35-foot three-pointers. I think he doesn't care at all. But enough about sports ball. We're into digital sports here. We got virtus.pro now smoked up and on the move back. You got to remember they have the Aegis here still on G. So it's their game to dictate right now if they should go and use his Aegis for offensive purposes or if they got to stall back. Or if they don't have a say in the matter, because it's starting to feel like the choking is beginning here, Clairvoyance. The Bulldog Agnems is out, and all these lanes are going to start. It's going to be very hard for virtus.pro to keep these lanes across the river. Yeah,
it's already showing its impact now. Loda's already pushing on the very far other side of the map. The jungle ward is scouting the woods and saying that nobody on VP is in the vicinity or in the area. At least not like at least unless they're under the guise of a smoke or something like that. Now Loda gets scouted out by a VP ward in their own woods, but they're so far that it's going to take some time for them to arrive.
And they're crossing over the Alliance ward right now, which they will see, they will take down, and the VP will know that our there's no point in trying to find them. They've already have seen us. The jig is up. Let's head back the other way. Where Alliance are pressuring the bottom lane now, just teeter-tottering the map a bit.
The Alliance rat.
Yeah.
This is a throwback right here. You know, the surprising thing to me in all this is that Viper has been top of the net worth for the entirety of the game.
Dire's
He
bottom
is
tower
content
has
on
been
moving out each of
denied.
these lanes, farming them up, and usually is the one to bring in the kills. He's 6-1, so he
Yeah, it's like
definitely is-
everywhere he goes, they run from because they know they can't deal with this guy. I mean, they could, and we've seen him die once, of course, so they can do it again. But it's hard, you know. It's not easy to create that scenario right now.
And he is muscling up or trying to. It looks like he's going to be building into an AC at this point. I think that's a good call at this point, getting the extra bit of utility here. I'm not one to usually call out for the Ags very often. I don't know how much priority is on the Tiny, but I guess it will help with pushing back a bit. Helps their creep wave stay a bit stronger, their team a bit stronger. It's not huge minus armor on the side of Alliance.
Yeah, they have a lot of minus armor, as you said, on the side of VP, however, so
Yeah.
this Viper doesn't have to build too much towards damage. AC is just going to complement the minus armor as well as the tankiness, so it's probably one of the best items.
Yep, you're right. The amp damage, can't forget that. He's halfway to level 16. I think it's a bit dramatic. Minus 20, so
Radiant's top
low to mid
tower
lane
is
here.
under
Ake's
attack.
close, but not very close. If they make a jump right
Dire's
now...
middle tower is under
Alright,
attack.
no, S4 is going to be there. We'll see. Now Ake shows himself. And just like that, tower goes down. It's a Tiny after all, folks. And you got to remember, this is one of the best demo men in the frickin' game. He will truck down a tower within just a few strikes. Speaking of towers going down, G gets his own top.
Silent was going in for the snipe on S4, at least canceling his TP. It was very, very close. S4 just got out of there in the nick of time, but almost got him with the 4-staff blink. As we see this game, he's kind of playing the slaughter role from the safe lane, like you would play it if you had a Wisp Tiny. It's actually very weird for me to see it this way. He bought up the blink as well as the 4-staff, and he's been already using it a few times, but he's got the BKB now. And I'm curious to see what he's going to transition into from here on out, because G's the one that's picked up the AC. So I wonder what he's going to get.
Yeah, I mean, maybe Shiva's, or unless he needs to build in more personal damage for himself. It's going to be hard to say. You don't see typically Slaughters in this particular position as that safe lane farmer, so it's really hard to gauge. But in the meantime, Alliance, you know, not ones in this particular game to go for a whole lot of confrontation. They're just kind of happy to split pressure out the map as much as possible, and eventually Tiny's just get to a point that there's just not going to be much that could stand in front of him. But boy has a mood shard at this point, and he'll still have the extra room once he does decide to devour that up.
That's actually a sort of risky pickup in my opinion. I think the team still needs an AC, and he's pretty lacking on the mana, the armor department. I mean, he has the Manta style to break off the amp if it ever comes casually.
Maybe Queen of Pain's picking up an AC instead. She has 3k. Maybe.
Yeah, I think he's definitely debating it. He kind of wants BKB as well. I know it's just 2 stunners on the Slaughter and the Tusk, but I think it's been demonstrated this game so far that anytime he does get stunned, it's like he will melt. This Queen of Pain with 9 armor is like absolutely nothing and will rip apart the shreds against the Dazzle and the Slaughter and all these other things.
I guess also Loda may figure that he's not looking to get into a fight soon before he can pick up his next item, I guess, even on top of that. But
yeah, the Moonshard definitely helps his farming process as well. Yeah. It's unfortunate that the Manta Illusions don't get the benefit.
Yeah. Well, him and Bulldog both keep these lanes pressured as ever, and virtus.pro are going to have to continue playing this game of back and forth as they swamp through the top lane and push it back out. We watch them now as they head through the mid lane, where, what do you know, Alliance is already pushing into the high ground just with all that pressure. They're going to have to clear this one out, and then they'll go all the way to the bottom lane and help there, where that one's also pushing into the base. And then by the time they look back at
Alliance, Dota.
And then you look back at top lane, and what Alliance are already picking up the slack and keeping the top lane in. This is just they're virtus.pro. Like, it's one of those things. Like, if you watch this replay at like ×5 speed and just look at the mini map, you're just gonna see him like bounce back and forth, trying to just cover all these lanes at this point.
Yep.
It's gotta be real frustrating.
This is the superior strategy in Dota. The splitting up the enemy and pushing in lanes is far better than relying on heavy execution on single targets.
Yeah.
When it comes to pass, it'll look like it's the way stronger strat, but just logically speaking and mentally speaking, it's way easier to pull off just a split push kind of thing.
And Dota is an objective game after all. It's not about getting the most kills. You just got to get those towers down, and that's how Alliance are playing this game. Just want to
finish the BKB S4. Just one shot at the whole thing.
Oh yeah. Okay.
He's got a gem now. He wants to start clearing out the wards. A nice move. They just want to add on to the map control they have.
And, well, it looks like Bulldog has a certain Mystic Staff now in his possession here. Are we anticipating the ever-so Octarine Core to be coming up?
I think so. Yeah, I think they recognize that this game, all they have to do is just split push and chip down the towers. S4 is not going to get picked. He has the Invis Rune, and of course, he has the Blink as well as a last resort. He'll be able to walk away and still keep his gem to be able to deward and take away the vision on the side of VP.
A little bit deep here. Okay, be careful. A little too close to Loda, but they don't see him, so he'll be fine. And what do you do now if you're Virtus Pro and you're kind of just seeing, you know, you live out your days in defense, playing this defense lane game? You want to obviously change things up. I mean, what's the best way of doing it? Or is it waiting out for the Roche to come back? Silence actually taking a bit of damage here. Hold on. Oh, goodness. Oh, boy, they roll back onto Loda, but they quickly realize this Rockman is gone. Well, they pulled him right back. Where did they go? All the way back to base? I guess they feared that there was help coming in. I mean, it was a 3-on-1 at the time, but I don't know. I almost felt like Loda was like, hey, we might be able to fight this. Guess not the case. Ake makes his return. He will be the martyr of this trade. He goes down, and they catch out S4 trying to come that way, but S4 gets his own kill, finishing out FNG, uses the Sonic Wave and Orchid, and that's going to be enough to take down the little support. What's Bulldog doing? You know, Nature's Prophet stuff. He'll be pushing out the top lane.
A lot of treants at mid. All these single target attacks just trying to wear them down.
He just runs them past the wave. It's like, yeah, I'm going to get every little chip of damage possible. One little smack from that creep is one more smack towards it being fallen. So, look at this. Even now, top lane. Yeah, we're on those racks. What are you going to do about it? And Viper's like, I got to take down each one at a time. He should have got a Mjolnir, dude.
Oh, gosh. And Tiny at bottom, sending in the illusions. You know, with S4 picking up the illusion rune at top, I was thinking maybe Manta is his next, right? He can keep doing this as well. And
that would just...
these buildings are getting chipped down.
Unconfrontational. That's all I can say. It's just ridiculous. Just like, we'll just do the work for us, peasants. Do it all. Just send in the trees, send in the illusions, and we'll just continue to farm the majority of the map. And it just starts to restrict VP's map so much, bit by bit. They have no great way of farming. Speaking of Mjolnirs, Maelstrom already up. They just need to start doing that. Vlad's, Mjolnirs.
That's the first of a few, I imagine. I think G's next item is definitely going to be some sort of AoE-centric type of item, and he wishes Battle Fury cleaved for ranged heroes.
Yeah, I don't know. G definitely needs to get one, too. It's just too hard for him to keep these lanes pushed out. All that work gone now. One Nature's Prophet ult, and now the creeps are going back into the base. He's been stuck up here for, like, you know, a full 2 minutes, it feels. And then S4, they spot him out. They have the vision. They move in, and he goes down.
Oh, my gosh. He lost the gem.
Uh-oh. All right. That's a nice little freebie there for Virtus Pro. It's one step in the right direction, but I still don't know. It's going to be a while before they could comfortably get enough to push out from these lanes.
Oh, yeah.
And go on an adventure.
Bulldog's ultimate's coming up in 7 seconds, KotL. 7 seconds. Oh dear.
It's just not right. And, you know, that's when you feel the timing window just ends up expiring, because at this point you may have shut down Bulldog a lot through the game, but he is at his prime now. He's got all the tools he can need to be a dirty little rat, and he's going to do so.
Yeah. Both Wisp and Tiny poured top, but I think as soon as they show themselves on the map, BP are going to be super confident in doing this Roshan. They're a little bit wary now because they don't see anybody, but they realize that S4 is down for 30 seconds, and whatever engagement happens without the Queen of Pain is probably going to be in their favor, so they're going to take this down relatively quickly here.
Oh, yeah.
It's Aegis and Cheese.
Roshan has fallen to the down.
Yummy, yummy here. Virtus Pro will need the extra life, but if they're hoping for a 5-on-5, I don't know if they're going to find one anytime soon. Something like an Aegis grab, I can't help but feel like will only alert Alliance to play even more cautious. You know, make sure they don't get caught up in too much of a crazy fight. They're just going to be like, now we got to go extra precautious here. And he goes MKB on Viper. It's more single target, but he hopes that if he ever gets his slow butt onto anyone, he will be sure to take them down. But it's going to be hard to find that fight.
Yeah, I wonder if it's...
By the way, they just got the Radiant Courier here. Vobo scouted it out, blinked in, and just uppercutted it. And it only had a smoke, but it is a Radiant Courier down.
It also gives them the awareness that they're there, and or at the very least they have vision. So I think Alliance have to play more wary in that area in general. But yeah, I'm surprised they picked up the MKB here. There's no solar crest or anything like that from what I see, and I know Tiny might naturally be a butterfly builder, but I'm not even sure if that's ever going to be an issue with all the minus armor they have. And S4, you know, he's probably not going to get that evasion, so I don't know. I think Mjolnir was definitely the correct choice here. And
Yes,
yeah,
I saw that as
Has
well.
Maelstrom.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
when you know, like, you gotta get it. Oh, nice little sidestep, but oh, it doesn't matter. Ow! Oh! Dazzle's dead for sure. That's the gem. Back the other way. Lil sprouted up, caught out, desperate to make it away. Dishing out the birds. Can he stun him up with the birds to keep him away? He certainly can. Thanks, my little children. And now, what's this? Phobos looking to go in. No, he does not. He jukes back. They know they can't win this fight, and they are going to get it regardless. Phobos will be going down first to Loda. Creeping in the other way is Silent here, but where's G? Our big damage. He will eat up the Sonic Wave. He's looking to get a hold of a fight, but it ain't coming too easy. There, he's going to get a hold of Ake. Ake will go down. And, you know, this is the best fight they could ask for so far. But even if they end up getting kills like this one on Kebab, they are going to have a hard time following it up with. I mean, what the hell? He just drops an Echo. He's really making Silent work for this. And, oh, he makes it away. But they have vision. He finally catches up, gets the stun. It's all in good fun, but now, look, Bulldog's back.
Dear.
And Silent will go down. And look who lives at the end of the day.
Yeah, very nicely executed by the side of Alliance there. The whole sequence of Echo, Enchant Totem stun, and Aftershock stun again. Really, really nicely
Hey,
done.
bottom lane, fools! This is just so filthy.
And the range racks at top actually went down in the process as well.
Yep. Oh, man. And that's
Oh,
this
dear.
is coming off virtus.pro taking a decent fight, and then just crazy overextension from Silent, but they knew they couldn't go too far from home because home is in danger. I mean, you got
This game, it could very well go to that point where the particles on the map break. I'm starting to see it.
This is just got to be very frustrating for a team like virtus.pro. Finding an opportunity to take a fight is not going to be coming easy. I mean, they haven't even needed to use the Aegis, but as said before, you know, only alerts Alliance to play a bit more cautiously so that they don't have to worry about confronting VP while they have that benefit of an Aegis.
Yeah, I would actually argue the Aegis hurts them now. G's missing a 6th slot.
Oh boy. Well,
Refresher.
the last piece
Oh,
of the
gosh.
Bulldog puzzle is done, and he has reached near his final form. I guess the only difference would be him getting, like, what, Boots of Travel 2 on top of it. Speaking of which, Viper gets his own, but Bulldog, yeah. This is just, this is the first a few times we'll see, like, bottom lane past the river.
Yep. Pretty
And even
much.
that is, like, an effort. He's like, oh, G's been down here for what feels like forever just trying to keep the lane back. It's just
Finally,
sucks.
we see the river.
He's
Kind
like,
of across the Nile.
But the tier 1 was already down. He's just trying to get closer towards that tier 1. But as he does that, top lane's getting ready to push in. That's the sound of a new ultimate coming out. He's got a new set of goblins over here. They're heading towards the top lane. Silent's crushing waves as best as he can to just keep him back in at bay.
I think the next item for both S4 and Bulldog has to be Sheep here, though. Despite the fact that they can still scale if they even up the item count, like get AC, Shivas, and all these other items, it would be nice, but with this philosophy of always dodging fights, if they just get Sheep Sticks, they'll make the pickoffs that much easier with the vision advantage they have. And with Loda's damage, I think that's what they should play for here on out. So I imagine Bulldog will get the Sheep Stick for sure. And S4 could still very well get like an AC or Shivas or something like that, but I think a Sheep Stick would be good on him as well.
I could also just see him getting a Necro book, just really being terrible. But I agree. The Sheep Stick would help him get the cap advantage to kind of find a jump and utilize the map awareness they already got. But virtus.pro, they need to get a bit ambitious, it looks like. Silent can help himself. He's like, I got to get this DD rune. But they're smoked up, and they are going to continue to head towards the bottom lane here. They're hoping to get a catch onto Loda and Ake, but they're already taking a very
Dire's
defensive
bottom tower
position
is
here.
under attack.
Recognizing that there's only G mid lane and no one really farming out top. They're going to go in bottom lane now. And it's a man fight here on the Loda while Lil's looking to finish off Ake, but he's got the relocate and he is out. They are back at the base. While this is happening, S4 is going to begin to make his move, but so is Bulldog in the bottom lane. Inside the base now, and quickly TP's out. And frantically, while they wait for Ake to come back, the rest of virtus.pro are going to have to TP back to the base.
Man, this is this is so frustrating if you're VP. The tower tier 3 going down to about 20-25% life points, and it's only gonna get worse from here on out. As we know, the tier 3 does not regen along with the range Raxes, and top Rax is starting to take some siege now. Fortunately for them, that one does regen at 5 HP per second, but G has picked up a Morbid Mask. That is not a Maelstrom or a Mjolnir, and Lotus Illusions at mid. Oh my goodness. Alliance are back.
What is he building? Is he building for a satanic eventually? It's just...
I don't know. I feel like he's already tanky enough.
It's like
with
he's
the
building
BKB.
up for a man fight I don't think he's going to get. And when he does get that man fight, he may come out the victor, but then he'll be like, yeah, right, guys? And he looks back and his home base is just destroyed. It's like, oh, wait, that matters.
Even a Manta would do, I feel. You know, with the corrosive skin illusions, you can send them out ahead of the creep wave, creep skip, and let the creeps kill themselves. It's just something. I don't know. Just, I mean, the mask does give him sustain. I'll give him that. But right now, like, I just don't think it's his issue, and he really needs a 6 slot that's really effective against this split push.
Looks like K-Bap and Mr. Bulldog here are going to wait up to the north and see if anyone pushes forward. Could set up for perhaps a dunk engagement, but virtus.pro already have to attend elsewhere to plug up all leaks on this map. As for even adding the pressure bottom, he'll peace out. He's got 4.5k here. Maybe he does as you said and goes for like a sheep stick build up or something. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe he plays along in this dirty kind of a game and gets himself a Maelstrom or something. We'll see.
I think if he wanted the sheep, he would have bought the Void Stone. I see him walking towards the side shop now. Yeah, he's got something.
Okay.
He's got the ultimate orb now. Maybe he's doing the classic old style where you buy the ultimate orb first, because the Void Stone as well as the Mystic Staff used to be in the secret shop. But now it's the other case where the ultimate orb and the Mystic Staff are in the secret shops.
Oh, Bulldog gets caught out.
Wow.
Silence spotted him out. They TP'd in. Viper with those fancy new shoes, but while he's TP'd in there, that means no one's going to be top. How's Viper going to get back? Because Loda's just ramming down these racks. That's the fight. He got his fight. Congratulations, but home base is in trouble. And they're just going to be able to clean this one out. But look at that. They're jumping behind lines. And credit to Lil. Finishes out Ake, which means Loda's going to be stranded. And he goes down. Now, he does have a buyback. All's good there. The rest of the lines don't get caught out and frantically go to the other lanes to push out. But, hey, this is a move in the right direction for VP.
I do not care to see that dark gray.
Nice buyback from Bulldog. I thought he really needed to buy back. The lanes, they don't ever want their towers getting hit by VP at this point. And I think Bulldog buying back was absolutely necessary to ensure that the tower doesn't take damage.
As you can see now, bomb lane already going to be back in order here for Alliance. As VP are trying their best. They're going to charge down mid lane. They're like, we got to get something from this, all right? We're overdue for these kind of victories, and let's see if we can keep these lanes back. Oh, God, it's those trees again. They're going to run right past everything.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, they get Queen of Pain down. Bottom lane.
He melted. The simple stun after a blink. So, VP, they're in position again. With Tiny down for 30 seconds, they're starting to hit the buildings, and they'll get this tier 2 for sure, I imagine. It's just after that, what's next is the question.
I don't know. We'll see. virtus.pro unable to be very effective here in the mid lane. They're able to step out and find pickoff opportunities, but I'm still just not convinced they're able to follow it up with anything too fruitful here. But they are now in the mid lane, and they're going to make a move in. They're looking to get a hold of the Earthshaker, who's able to get off the dunk, but it doesn't matter. The snowball is already well in play, and that's going to lead into a tier 2 takedown here. virtus.pro. I don't think I was going to see them take a tower down anytime soon, but it's going to happen here. And oh, they can't get the Dazzle top lane. A relocate's going to be in, but Avalanche comes just a touch too late. And now here we go.
That's a scary relocate. Yeah, Loda doesn't have a TP, so he had to drop his Moon Shard for that. Or did he consume it? He consumed it, and he had picked up the TP. Really needs bots to keep doing what he wants to do here.
G also needs to wait for his own TP. He's got
oh
14
my gosh,
seconds,
Bulldog doesn't have buyback.
And he is dead. Quickly down. Out going to be for 90 seconds. No buyback here. virtus.pro are still dancing around this mid lane. And I want to see if the rest of the team is going to be there to back them up. They still have to deal with this leak in the top lane, but this is virtus.pro's chance. One of the best windows they could ask for here with Bulldog being out for so long.
They have a creep wave. Earthshaker doesn't have Echo Slam. This is definitely their best avenue. Oh, the creep wave will sound, however. So they're going to have to wait another 15 seconds or so before the next creep wave arrives.
Yep.
That's time for Alliance.
And Loda's still doing work top lane. Still holds that TP. He's just going to keep the pressure there while he can. Wait for the return of Bulldog if necessary, and only return to the base if he needs to take the fight. Even sending his illusions all the way to mid lane here. FNG is just like, no. No. I want to keep our tier 3. Well, we'll see if Virtus Pro are going to be able to find their fight mid lane. It's taking a bit long. 30 seconds. Bulldog will be back. They got to get something out of this. G does hit pretty hard once he gets his hands on the tower, but another wave will be going down to the low cooldown of that Sonic wave.
Wow, they're playing this way slower than I thought. I thought the Viper would just walk up high ground here, and it turns out Lil, yeah, they were just hunting Loda instead. There's an urn on him. He cannot blink.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And G doesn't have his blink any longer, but there we go. They got the boots of travel here for Silent. Ake relocates in, but he needs Loda to stay alive if he wants to go back with them. He's not going to stay alive. Ake's going to be stranded, and now Silent moving in, but he's going to be able to get away. He's gone. Last second of that relocate's going to be able to save him. And already preemptive measures here from Alliance to push out the other lanes.
Yeah, Bulldog is back, and he's splitting already. FNG has a Mjolnir. He put the static charge on him. It's doing so much work. Holy crap. He cleared out a whole creep with his dazzle just by right clicks.
Very nice. Well, they need it now. Looks like the plan could be crumbling a bit here for Alliance. This is Virtus Pro's time. Another big takedown, and this time they're well past the river here. Silent already scouting out the front lines here.
Uh-oh, and they're looking at Bulldog.
Yeah, and they're running that way. He does have a lot of gold now. He should have his buyback ready this time, but he might be trapped. Oh, they find out Kebab instead. And he will get his dunk off, but he will go down, and that will create the space for Bulldog to at least make it back safely. Virtus Pro will deal with bottom lane, and S4 mid lane. Yeah, this is just crazy. This tower may be going down. No one's back in time. FNG's
Well, luckily
here,
for them, they have Visage Birds, and the micro's a little bit falling off here. I guess Bulldog's busy with his main here on top.
Oh, I don't blame the guy. At this point, you got so many trees all over the place. You just got kids all over the place. You don't know what to do.
One from here, one from there.
Yeah. But they're still able to relieve the pressure. We have yet to see Virtus Pro put themselves inside the Alliance base. Loda's back now, and everything's fine. And while they're able to get more of the kills and these pickoffs, just got to keep making the follow-up happen. And they are able to get a grab on the bomb lane Tusk. They'll get the solo pick. Loda will get the grab there. It was a relocate used. All right, nice grab. But it's all the better for Alliance. The game goes longer. This gets more frustrating for VP.
Honestly, at this point, I must beg the question: does it really? Because they've invested so much into this split push strategy that their items are sort of catered towards it. Like this Furion, he contributes like hunting during hunted.
Ooh. Silent makes a jump for S4. Is not going to get the catch. G already TPing in, and Alliance are not going to be stopped. They're just going to quickly have to stop this lane, though. Push back and in. But at this point, yeah, G's pretty slotted out. Maybe just get a Moon Shard?
Yeah, Moon Shard, and honestly, I would be a fan of dropping the SNY for either a Manta or a Mjolnir as well. I really don't think he needs the SNY right now. Sure, the movement speed is nice, but he already has plus 100 coming out of the bots level 2. And bottom lane's getting some siege here.
Radiant's courier
Little by little, Radiant's Courier going to be going down mid lane. And that was to a mighty Lil there. But top lane, S4 making a move on the G. Commits the Sonic Wave. It's a tanky Viper. Relocate coming in. Loda and Ake going to show up now, and they're going to get the job done. G does have a buyback. And Boots of Travel. If the opportunity presents itself, which it looks like it may, Silent is already committed in. Oh, he pops his BKB, but that was a relocate now. Pulling Loda back. But it looks like instead they are going to get Ake, it looks like, on the return side. Lil tried to, at least, with the birds, but not going to be able to get the grab. Now he puts his attention on the Bulldog, and man, they hit hard. Lil is just putting up a serious fight here. Spawns up a new set of birds, and looks like they're not going to be able to get it. Uh-oh.
Wow, nice pickoffs at top in the meantime.
Sorry, I got caught up. Apparently, the stream went down for a bit moments
ago.
Oh,
S4.
At the same time, but they're making a move for Silent. S4 almost caught out. Sonic Wave will hit him, but it will not be doing a whole lot. And he'll be able to quickly get this wave cleared out. Was that a double? Yeah, it was. I don't know if that was a double refresher. No, he did not use it, but it was another Nature's Wrath coming out. The push continues on. Now they're sieging into the mid lane. One Rax to go down.
No.
Bottom lane, Loda almost caught Lil. That's going to cost them their Aegis as he gets the grab on the Silent. And they're heading back mid lane. There's Alliance going in. Yeah, Rax is going down. The trees are just a bit too much. They don't have the Tusk to help out. They don't want to spend G's buyback here.
Wow, I'm actually so surprised he didn't buy back for this entire sequence. He could have bought back and changed a lot of the circumstances that were happening with the bots level 2, especially on those birds at bottom, which is helping out the targets at top. Like holding on to buyback at this point in the game, it's not worth it. And VP realized that they are some sort of on a clock, even though they have the superior farm. If they can't find the engagement, they're the ones that are losing out the objectives, not Alliance. So I feel like the buyback should have been immediate, and they should have just gone as soon as they were getting a kill or two, but they withheld that completely, and the result is next time he can buy back, he's fighting with less buildings.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I really don't know about that call.
virtus.pro just need to get something done here soon. Next thing you know, they're not going to have a base to look back to at all. And let's see what the next dramatic measure is going to be here. Well, it looked like he spent something.
Yeah, he's consumed the moon shard now, so he's officially fully 7-slotted, basically.
Boom. We'll have to see if it's going to be enough, because this is their peaking moment. If they can't make it work now, I don't think it's going to work. Valuable game 3 of this series. virtus.pro's second series of the tournament so far. This will be Alliance's third, and if they want to make sure that OG stay at the bottom of this group, they will need to get a win here. And keep their dreams alive of moving on into the playoff round, into a good upper bracket spot. Oh, they're committing in. They're going to use that sheep to get a hold of Silent now. Silent assistance is on the way. And there's G. Pops his BKB, but oh, Silent will be going down. He buys back. And he's going to be looking to TP in back into the action here. Loda is going to go down.
Oh, and Bulldog batting bottom.
And this is it. He's trying to make the most of it, but Silent's already back in action there. Jumped, crushes him, and it looks like Bulldog is going to be going down. His little critters are trying their best. But this is virtus.pro's time, and they are beelining it towards the Alliance base now.
Everybody still has bots available. I mean, I say that FNG and Silent, they still need 20 seconds in the bots, but no real surprises if they do make it in time. So I think it'll be fine.
We'll see here. It's been quite a while since we see virtus.pro able to kind of touch the prestigious Alliance base here. But this is their chance to move in and get some serious work done. Loda and Bulldog will possibly need to expend their buybacks if they don't want to be risking serious loss of racks here. It looks like Bulldog's going to pop his. Nature's ulti.
What's he going to do? Is he going to port bottom? Is he going to port mid? What is he going to do?
I'm trying to keep my eyes on the mini-map just to watch out for what the hell is going to be happening here. He sprouts up the racks, and it will fall shortly after. As they do this, there it is. It's going to be the relocate to the mid lane here from Alliance. And Loda immediately has to blink out. FNG, they're waiting for him, and so is Silent, and they're going to get the kill on Ake. It looks like Alliance are not going to be able to rat their way out of this game. virtus.pro have held on strong. They're taking out the bottom set of racks. Now only 3 left alive for him. And they're trying to put a final hurrah here on the Phobos as he's BKB'd up. The rest of virtus.pro, though, already making their move back onto the mid lane. They're going to take down the tier 3, the racks to follow. Mid lane.
Oh, Silent.
They relocate in for Silent. Or they at least boot to travel in for Silent. He's not going to make it out. He goes down. S4 gets the catch onto him, and now they're going to be looking for FNG. Toss in the club. He eats
Oh
the
my
cheese,
gosh.
forces up to the high ground, and will TP out from trouble. Back into
So
base.
clutch.
Oh, Phobos
Oh,
right
and
able to get the catch.
the craggy proc on the
Yep.
tusk.
Oh, man.
Oh man, oh man.
Loda makes it out back into base. Sonic Wave from S4. Scooches out and away from trouble. And there we'll have the dust possibly, finally, come to a bit of a settle. Do want to apologize, of course. The stream, for some whatever reason, went down. One of those things, Clairvoyance, you know. I'm perfectly fine in the game watching it, but the stream will go down, similar to like Skype. I don't know what the hell happens, but we're back now. And as you can see, the story has unfolded that Alliance still not able to just creep and rat their way through. They get a little bit of love in there on the return, but Virtus.pro were able to take out the bottom set of racks.
Oh no, so close. I don't think he has buy. Oh, he does have buyback. Never mind. So it would have been okay, I guess. But that was a close call, man.
Boy, oh boy. I mean, looking at the net worth, I don't think it really tells much to the story.
Yeah. At this point, it's like both teams can kill whoever they jump on. So
it's who will get that jump and win.
Yeah.
Mid lane, it's Alliance more on the offensive here while they can. But they caught someone else back on the other side. It's Lil making a move for Loda here, but Lil far from home. Snowball's coming in. Lil still alive, will go down. That's a gem on the deck. He will buy back. G and company forcing themselves forward onto Ake, but Ake's going to get the relocate back and over. On the other side, FNG up in arms here with S4. S4's going to blink away from trouble. Pops down. The Echo Slam will finish off FNG. And now they turn back for DK, but look at this. Look what's happening. Riddled throughout the base. Little Treon monsters taking it home. Mid lane racks are down. Bottom lane racks are down. And the tier 4s starting to be in a little bit of jeopardy here. Alliance get what they need, and they get the hell out.
oh, they most certainly do, and they have finally done it. After a grueling 25 minutes slugfest since they were able to get items but unable to break each other's bases for certain reasons, picks, whatnot. They finally break the base of VP. VP are stranded on their base, facing against Mega Creeps, and now G, the lone man with the highest net worth on the board since minute 1 of the game, charging through mid. Is he going to be able to do it?
This is it. The final hurrah, gentlemen. We'll see if they'll be able to get it done. Do they even have buyback potential? They do on G at least. That's it. Goes down once. He could buy back TP in, but we'll see. This comes with Ake also having relocate, though, with Loda. They could just as easily
Yeah, just rat the throne.
just rat the throne. There's no glyph available for Virtus.pro anymore.
Silent, the lone crusader inside the base.
I will go down
S4
with my
already in
ship.
position as well. Oh man.
And look at this. They changed course. Virtus.pro are not going to do the all-in down mid lane. They are going to recognize that there is possibly trouble coming from up and above, and they will.
I think they'll wait
move
for
away.
FNG's respawn. Because when he respawns, you'll have buyback as well as another life.
I don't know. Now, again, back to the trouble, defending the base, keeping it away. Did Bulldog purchase anything else that's new? No, he's just got shit ton of gold and could upgrade his boots of travel too. Everything is pretty much in order here for Alliance. The Mega Creeps are already out in full force. I mean, VP...
Oh, G just did it as well. He bought an 8th item this game. He just purchased the full butterfly. I imagine he's going to sell the S and Y for that.
Still not taking the measures to deal with the base any longer. I guess they just assume that it's all going to be down to one quick fight, and they want to
Yeah, for sure.
dish out as much attack speed and damage as they can.
Yeah, I think this is the best item for him here. It's unfortunate that he had to stick with the MKB. Earlier, he was actually so close to proccing the MKB and canceling the Wisp relocate, because the Wisp could have gotten dashed, but here it is, the Roshan coming out of Alliance, and that's extra life as well as cheese for whoever needs it. It's going to be that much harder.
If not the first time we've seen Alliance able to take the Roche. Now it's Alliance either deciding they want to play the disciplined, patient game to wait for opportunities to open up in front of them to finish out this one, or they just throw bodies at the throne and hope that they can catch VP maybe a bit perplexed. I'm hitting for the former here. That they're just going to go ahead and just chill out while they have the advantage and see what VP's move is going to be and either punish him for it or just be prepared. Someone got a Lotus Orb. Who got that? Phobos. Alright, that's always a fun item in the later game. What are we looking to reflect back? Orchid? Shadow Strike, I guess? That's about it. Purge off the slow, of course. But any little cheeky tech they can as they hold out this game. We're actually almost 70 minutes into this game. This is ridiculous.
We're close, man. We're close to seeing the particles. I believe they start
hate
usually
that.
around
Yeah.
like 74 minutes.
Yeah. I had the blessing of seeing that. It was a dark seer. Freaked the hell out.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. It was crazy. It happened at 80 minutes in. I don't know. We'll see. It could happen here. Virtus Pro, though, never say die. They'll just go ahead and just farm out each lane one by one as a little 4 or 5 man unit here. And again, Bulldog again. Stay back in base. There's my ulti. He's still farming. I don't even know what he's going to farm for. He gets the courier, gets the 7th, 8th slot going. Side necro books. Anyway, Alliance can just kind of cheat their way into this one. Oh, wait, here we go. A move has been made. Top lane, then we're going to go for a little jump and cheap stick. They got the Sonic Wave, but he's going to get the help of the Force to make it back out to safety. And now, snowball engagement coming from Phobos, trying to hit up the Bulldog, but back on the other side, as you can see, Loda's made his own move, making a run for Silent, but they turn it back. That is a quick first life. Kebab makes a jump in, a big echo slam between both G and Lil, but G ain't going to have anything of that. He turns back and right-clicks him on down. A relocate is used as they shift to the bottom lane to avoid any more danger. Virtus Pro holds strong. They get a couple of kills, force out a buyback and a relocate, and they don't lose an additional tower. Tier 4s both still standing. A swing and a bit of a miss there for Alliance.
Close call indeed. They do hold the towers, and as you mentioned with the buybacks, they're that much closer to being able to push a little bit deeper into Alliance territory, but as it stands, man, Alliance's territory extends to the entirety of the map except the fountain at this point. So they have a nice ward in their own woods there, but it's how much intel it gives right now is certainly not enough.
No.
To say the least.
That is what I like to say. That was step 1 of a 10-step process for Virtus Pro to get
Yeah.
back into this game.
Well, you could probably see a rinse lather repeat of that 10-step as well.
Just little by little. Aegis is down, and Alliance are a bit at nerves here. I mean, is there a part of this game, from a player's perspective, as Virtus Pro are going to smoke a move up, that this could end up being just more psychological? Like, eventually, Virtus Pro are like, haha, how long do you want to keep trying for our throne? We will hold till the end of days.
Well, it looks like we got a move up right here. And Loda, with the quick Manta style, canceling the Blink Dagger of Silent, gets out of that. Very nicely done. And smokes are 12 minutes right now, so every single one counts.
Yeah.
Counts a ton.
For committing the ult just to get rid of a couple of catapults, even. Just every little bit to make sure that VP are stuck with their backs against the wall. I mean, Lil is in perfect defensive formation. He's got his birds like trifected out right now. He's like, we got the triangle defense ready to go. This is the zone.
Triangle defense, the zone. This is some Lakers play right here.
Yep. Oh, snowball in from Phobos. A long chase here. Ake's going to be able to make it away, or will he? He's going to commit the BKB. He wants this whiz ball so damn bad. And oh, the force forward. Silent's going to be a swing and a miss, and he is gone. Ake back in the base. Does he have anything? Can he quickly buy a Glimmer Cape? Blink Dagger? Will he make it alive? Place your bets.
Loda's
Place your
coming in.
bets. Loda goes in. He gets off the dunk. Oh, a little bit of damage done. Ake binds up to him, but Loda may not live. He goes down. 108 seconds. Does have a buyback here. They're looking for follow-up action now as they roll forward onto Ake. Jump in from Kebab. Gets off the dunk for Phobos here, but they're going to be able to clear him down. How's the base looking? The Megas are coming in. They're poking at tier 4s, but Lil with that triangle defense is holding out. That's good. S4 is trying his damnedest, though, to keep the pressure there. Virtus Pro, another fight in their favor. But, again, another time where they may not be able to utilize it and getting out much further from the base. Oh, this tier 4 is actually going down. Oh, no. Oh, it's so close.
Didn't seem like there were quite enough treants, but that's okay. Bulldog seems to have another way to spawn, like 20 of them in the next 20 seconds, so when that comes to pass... Oh, hold that thought. S4's gotten caught out.
Uh-oh. S4, who'd been hiding in that little closet trying to push out the lane, has been spotted. He will go down. G picks up that one. Nice little pick for him, bit by bit, but, you know, they have buybacks, and it's not like Virtus Pro can be in a quick rush to make it to the other side to force out those buybacks. By the time they get there, Loda's going to be alive. You know, S4 maybe will have a 20 seconds or so. But there it is. There it is. Nature's Prophet with that ulti. And next thing you know, top lane's coming in. Bottom lane's soon on the way. And not everyone can commit for a push.
Yeah, this is a This, honestly, at this point, I'm not even sure if Alliance are having fun.
They're just like rushing them into the base in hopes that they will hit this tier 4.
Oh my goodness. You know, normally when you're so seemingly in a dominant position, ready to take it all kind of thing, you're excited, but I'm sure that excitement must have died down like 20 minutes ago when they actually took Mega Creeps and thought VP would give up, but
Oh!
VP are...
Sorry, Bulldog
Bulldog
was like
almost.
TPing almost on top of Silent.
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
That was hilarious.
You know, a nice thing to point out is they actually have a Tinker Word VP on the right side there, so it's planted. Yeah, it'll scout out the Furion if he ever does something like that.
Yeah, Bulldog now needs to think twice before making those kind of side commitments here. Could get quickly punished. Could be another situation where he won't be able to buy back. But in the meantime, G is trying to get past the river. What's happening bottom lane?
Oh, relocate bottom.
Silent is in trouble. He gets his BKB off. Tries to man mode here. A jump and follow-up dunk. G's also made his presence known. Now they look to man up on Loda. Loda just going toe-to-toe here with G, but G's got all the help needed. Even Crimson Guard going to be popped out, but Loda is gone. virtus.pro bully them back once more. Where'd Loda go? He's back down and below. Ake just put him into a safe zone here, but look who was caught out. K-Pop. He'll be going down.
And he has no buyback.
90 seconds. I don't know if it's still enough for virtus.pro to get all the way to the other side. They're holding the base. Their tier 4 somehow still stands. Gem just kind of chilling on the deck over here. No one's going to go for it. But
Bulldog just farming the enemy neutrals in the meantime, under vision, mind you. But he doesn't care because he's got all the vision in the world, with the Wrath of Nature being on cooldown for the time being, but soon to come up thanks to the help of the Octarine Core. He's actually picked up that Blink Dagger as well. So as aforementioned, he's gonna commit to this split pushing thing, and it is the right approach. But again, right now it's a tight time for both teams.
yeah, it's one of the we're in the point in the game. You just can't emulate these kind of games in your sprint play. So it's just you have to take it as it is, and the few opportunities you're kind of stuck in this pickle, you need to start thinking a bit more outside the box.
Yeah.
So how many times we've seen Alliance just starve people out. virtus.pro are starting to get a bit frisky, but it's just being able to follow up with anything, and I don't know. It's very,
Actually,
very difficult.
speaking of how many times have we seen Viper have more than 40k net worth in competitive play? This has to be the first time.
Yeah, it's got to be one of the first. I'm sure we got some stats people out there watching that can let us know, but this is definitely the most farmed Viper I've seen.
Yeah.
If
Oh,
ever.
and he's about to get engaged on.
Uh-oh, bottom lane. We'll see how much farm is going to help him out here. S4 even committing the refresher here with a secondary Hex, but look who is TP'd in to help out a brother in need, and it is Silent, and he just bops down Bulldog like it's nothing. Back at base, though. Look who's inside. Loda trying to go for the tier 4. It forces no glyph. No glyph used yet, and they have to run back it away. They will relocate out to safety, but they were not even able to get the extra tower. VP so quick to respond and defend.
Oh dear.
Oh, dear.
Yeah. Bulldog's top of the net worth chart on his team now. I think Silent's pretty much caught up to it. He's basically 6 dotted. I think the only thing he can really consider dropping at this point is the Force Staff, is assuming he'll probably need the Blink. And yep, we're still on step 1.
Man, and Roche is almost up soon. Maybe virtus.pro are like, that's our window where we're going to pull off this elaborate, great plan to get themselves back into the game, built around this Roche. We'll see. Still got another minute or so. They're pushing down mid lane. I mean, they're taking most of these fights. They got to feel confident about that, but it's how confident can they be in their back staff, who are also getting pretty heavy, slotted right now. Lil's looking pretty damn rich at this point. Freaking FNG, I'm sure, has been farming a pistol load because he's had that Mjolnir. So he's got a diffusal blade now. I mean, they're able to kind of hold back the base for them, but I don't know how comfortable they can be.
Never comfortable enough in this situation. At least, that's what I can see.
He's training out some items. He's got some wards, hoping that he can maintain a little bit of vision out on the side, catch out a lingering S4, maybe a future Bulldog. But virtus.pro, again, not able to really advance past that river. The struggle just continues. But Roche is near up. It's up now. Who's first on the scene? It's Loda.
Picks up the haste rune, nicely put, and he's going to be able to rotate bottom with Bulldog as well. Some pings are coming out from S4. I guess he senses some danger. as he notices the tusk that's chasing in and looking for him, I guess. So he's able to get out of that for the time being. And yep, pushing in bottom. Does Bulldog have ultimate? No, it's up in 30 seconds, not a problem. What is VP's next move? Refresher on G. How the hell is he even going to use that?
He's going to have like that flying duffel bag around or something. Just kind of swap it out when necessary. You know, I don't know. Outside of that, it's just, you know, maybe he uses his BKB and TP in one skirmish, heads back, pops in the refresher, has a BKB and new TP for the next engagement. But
yeah, I guess so. Yeah, in that sense, he could actually buy a Necro Book as well and still have buyback. But Necro Book probably won't do much aside from the aura at this stage in the game. Oh, Manta. Manta would be good.
Yeah, Manta would be pretty nice. Manta pop, always save the refresh for later. It's actually taking Alliance a bit of muscle power to take down this Roche because I don't even know what number Roche it is, but they'll get it down. Aegis is going to go on Kebab. It's at that point in the game where he's going to be lucky enough to have the extra life. And,
yeah, I think at this point it's somewhat meaningless. Only a little bit better, I would say, because they have the Wisp, and the cheese heal would benefit whoever she's tethered to by 1.5 times as well. So that's nice.
All right.
They just finally dewarded that Tinker Ward.
And now it is on Alliance here. virtus.pro chose not to put up any sort of fight. I mean, maybe it wasn't their choice, and they continue to be pressured back in the base, but they were not available to do any sort of pressure during the Roche grab. Now while Alliance have that extra life and feel pretty commanding here, I mean, for God's sakes, everyone's got an item for themselves and their mother. I mean, maybe consider making it go soon, but I guess virtus.pro just not making that opportunity very easy for Alliance. This is going to be their toughest rat test yet.
Yep, well, certainly. And so far, I guess they get a pass. I mean, they have the Mega Creeps. They've had it for like 20-30 minutes, but this game is definitely very fragile. Between buybacks, it's all in like the reaction.
Made a spot on the S4 here, and just as they jump in,
they bashed him.
Oh, he hit him hard. He gets bashed. He has to refresher, blink, and BKB away from trouble. And suddenly Alliance are trying to creep in through the mid lane now. They're fighting out with G, but G is not going to get the opportunity to relocate back. Will save Loda from G and his very scary Satanic. Still tier 4 stands. Been sitting on like 30 life for quite a while now. Mid lane, wow, they're gonna get a quick jump, quick kill on the Ake. The Wisp is down. They got him on the comeback.
He does have buyback though, so again.
Yeah.
And plus, Wisp being down is not exactly your key to pushing out the base, especially against the Furion and the Queen of Pain, and the Tiny, of course. So, back to, maybe this is step 2. I don't know. They are assembled as 5 together for the yeah, maybe.
Step 2 of our 10-step plan where the game gets closed out at 140 minutes.
I really hope it doesn't go that long, man.
I don't think anyone really hopes it does, especially not the players, but what a way to round out this series and what is Game 3, the deciding match between these two teams. Alliance's last series of the group stage, so a very valuable one to them. virtus.pro would love to be able to just comfortably sit at the top of the group with a win here. But Alliance are not making it easy. They are stuck in the hidden custom game mode that we all hate to play at the tower defense. And
oh yeah,
they're just going to try their
X0
best.
Siege is what comes to mind, but honestly, at this point, KotL, I don't know who's fighting for what anymore.
Yeah, right.
It really seems like on the one hand, VP want to fight for survival, but is it really VP fighting for survival or is it Alliance? I don't know.
Yeah, it's hard to gauge at times whether or not it's just
a try-hard game, that's for sure.
Alliance's backup plan to like, go there, now we got to go there, pressure bottom. Now top's losing pressure, got to go up there too. And it's just very, very frantic. A lot of rinse and repeat, unfortunately. And as I said before, you get to this point in the game and it's just not something that you're used to practicing, not one that you can easily emulate. The point when your Dazzle and support are all fully 6-slotted and you're at mega creeps for what feels like the past 20 minutes.
Oh, the tier 4 is about to go down.
Is this the moment? Oh, it's going to get denied right there. The Goblin went in.
He'll have to try again in 45
21.
seconds.
Okay. At this rate, this game will be over, you know, maybe another half hour. Oh, Loda moves in! The illusion! Oh, one more swing. It stands at 6 life.
And DK Phobos, in the meantime, has been AFK at the top here inside the woods for some time.
Oh, he's made his move now. Unfortunately, though, he's not going to get the catch. Makes a TP out, and Loda makes his move onto Phobos, who has a BKB.
Wow.
Tossed out, though, from the TP Alliance. Could be doing it now. They're moving in for Phobos. And he will go down. FNG barely alive after that. And Phobos has no buyback. This might be Alliance's moment.
Oh, he does not.
This might be Alliance's moment.
Yeah. This is the time.
Can they do it? They're back at mid lane now. All their ducks in a row. They got to get back into the base. It's on Silent and G and company here to stop this one. Oh, still didn't get that tower.
Oh,
there
Loda
we go. Loda's
in.
illusions in. We got it now, boy. We got it. Finally, one tier 4 goes down. Another minute before Phobos is back here. Alliance struggling, kind of breaching in.
They're gonna sheep him up.
Oh, they're going to sheep up Silent on the other side. G rotates over. Loda, it's a diversion. Loda's cutting back behind. He's going for the tower. He's like, oh, he tries to go in, but he gets Abyssal bladed up now. He's still going to try to go to work. He's hitting it. He's hoping the cleave will do enough. He even gets help from the Lotus, but he will end up going down. But they get that tier 4. Earthshaker follow-up dunk. Trying to make a move here on the Silent. Silent still holds out, crushes up, and now will make his move and get the kill on the Kebab. And at the end of the day, Alliance may have only just gotten tier 4s from this advantage.
Well, at the very least, they probably don't have to expend buybacks now that the throne is exposed, so they'll all have to watch out for the ever possible reaction coming out of Bulldog as well as S4. We're both extremely mobile at this point. So yeah, they do hold. They don't have to force too many buybacks, and G introduces new item. I didn't even realize he picked up an Abyssal Blade now, but
yeah.
I guess he replaced MKB for it. And I think this is the wise choice. He wants to get a more reliable stun at this point, something that lasts longer, something that he can cast as well. But it's just, again, it's not exactly enough. If Alliance can commit in a 5v4, where they use their sheep sticks and use diversions and misdirect the attention.
And again, we're seeing virtus.pro just not really able to make it out far at all. They move out. There's already a welcoming party of trees and mega creeps now to just kind of greet them and shove them right back in. And this time they will not have any sort of tier 4 defense. And it does not look like Bulldog purchased anything new. I mean, he's sitting on a crap ton of gold here. I mean, you could just get a Necro book or something on the side just to throw it out casually. But
to be completely honest, I actually wonder if he needs bots, you know? He has an Octarine Core teleportation. It's 15 seconds. And most of the time, if he ever gets engaged on, he doesn't have a scenario anymore where he can sprout and TP.
yeah.
So I really wonder. Yeah, I think maybe a Manta on him, because it's a lower cooldown Manta with the Octarine as well. And it's a little bit stronger than his Treants. They seem to melt pretty fast right now.
Yeah, we'll see. Something that could cross his mind. Boots of Travel, though, 2 now complete onto Loda.
Yeah, and Bulldog as well. Okay, so they just want to pour it on each other. Like a nice, friendly Alliance family.
Did they use Glyph? They did not. So Glyph is still on hold here for VP. Do Alliance try for like another all-in kind of a play and just throw their bodies at the throne, hoping to finish this one out? We'll see. G, in the meantime, still trying to go for the world record on richest Viper we've ever seen in Pro Dota.
Oh, I'm sure he must have broken it. This is like this is not the type of thing you would ever get in a single player game.
Maybe last hits too.
Yeah.
1132. Last hits. Freaking
This is absolutely insane.
It's a shame he's a Viper.
Yeah. Not the hero you would expect in this scenario at this point in the game, but you know, Particles still haven't broken out, and Alliance are only sending in some of the military.
Man, it's freaking 85, 86 minutes into this freaking game. Alliance, why? Why do you do this? I'm sure virtus.pro screaming out the same thing right now, and they continue to just hold. Hold and hold and hold. And Alliance, they will wait. Wait for Roche. This is now the possibility of it being up. What they don't know is it's going to be about another 2 minutes. So they will continue to pressure the lanes, wait for the Aegis, and make another go, maybe. We'll see. Look at this. This is the worst. Having to deal with every illusion and little critter that runs in.
There it is, the ultimate coming out of Bulldog. More Treants. More Treants.
Yummy. Oh, mid lane. Just a nice plethora of creeps pushing down slowly. It's like water torture here for virtus.pro. A slow and painful death. The Alliance are just glad to take most of the map and be like, yeah, we'll just keep farming and just waiting it out, and you know, Aegis soon enough, sure. Dum-de-doo.
Yeah.
Does Loda need to
add
get
on to their
anything
G
else?
selection. Oh, Glimmer Cape. He might be going in.
There it is, a walk-in Sonic Wave.
Oh my gosh.
That's great.
Ah, the Glimmer Cape into the walk-in Sonic Wave, as you said. The classic.
Just anything they can to make sure that the pressure just stays. Slowly we go in. Alliance bit by bit. Here come the illusions. The fake hype is real.
Oh, that's a rapier on G.
Oh, okay. That's getting a bit excited. I'm percolated now.
Drop the butterfly for it. All right.
It will not be a surprise as he just walks through the creeps with it now, unless Alliance didn't happen to click on him. Curious to see if it could catch him off guard a bit. It's going to hit hard. Let's see. Alliance, though, very reserved. Way, way back. They do not want to get it. They don't want to risk anything here. Not yet,
And
it
they
seems.
really want to de-ward that ward there. It's a fresh new one, and they don't have vision for it for the time being. But I imagine with Ake's spirits, if he does decide to spawn them. Actually, pardon me, I don't think they give vision anymore. Bulldog maybe with the sprout.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, jump in,
Oh.
dunk, follow up, Sonic Wave, toss combo, Silent goes down, he'll have to quickly buy back. Phobos the follow-up, he does not have a buyback. G here now with that rapier, but Alliance are already happy to get that little hit and run done. Now they go in, it's a 5 versus 4. Oh, S4, trying to make a move on FNG, who does get the Grave off in time. Now we look at Kabat being in, looking to block out Silent. It's a Silent's second life here, and they're making a move for him. He has to BKB to avoid being taken out of the game permanently. Loda walking around here, trying to find a proper target. Looks like he'll get the toss back on Silent. Not enough. He lives. He'll be able to make it back to the fountain for now. But look at Bulldog. He's going right for what's important, the throne. Him and Loda now in arms. Looking to move in. But here comes
the throne's
G.
going down.
They can't stop him. Can they stop him? G's looking to move in. Uses Viper Strike on himself with the Echo Shell, but they are going to be able to get it. Loda buys back. And it's over already. It doesn't matter. Too much onto the throne, and Alliance get the job done. Virtus.pro is just too much, and then you feel like, God damn it, did we really have to wait out that half hour for them to ultimately get the game? But you know what? Credit to Virtus.pro. They tried their best.
They did, man. They pulled no punches on that last 30-40 minute sequence. Held the best they could. Went with all the smokes they can. Unfortunately, sometimes they couldn't get the picks, but they even came back with a 3 racks disadvantage to a 3 racks even out. And then, of course, Alliance's strategy as well as their split push was a little bit too much for them to handle, but Alliance are back for today.
For today, they are back. They have won their series. We'll see how things work out for them tomorrow and as they progress through the rest of this tournament, but they have finished out their 3 series. They would take 2 series win, and they drop 1 series, so things are looking pretty grim now for Team OG. Virtus.pro still have another series to fight out, and if they also become 2-1, there will be a serious tiebreaker here into Group A. So with that said, we got to quickly close things out. This has obviously put us way off schedule as we have to frantically probably hop over into the next series coming up, which is going to be Team Vega Squadron going against Secret. So with that said, I'm KotLGuy. Clairvoyance, before we let you go, do you want to go ahead and plug anything?
Yes, thanks again. If you don't mind, just wanted to plug my Twitch TV at /Clairvoyance101. That's my main stream site, and I'm starting to get into streaming a lot more frequently. It's sub 7K MMR gameplay with commentary, so hope you enjoy the tuning in. I won't be available for the next few hours, but when I come back after the series coming up next as well, and I hope you enjoy the series coming up as well. And thanks again, KotL.
Yeah, no problem, man. I tuned in briefly. You were playing KotL, believe it or not, and very, very, very impressive.
That's a homage to you, my friend. KotLGuy.
Oh, yeah? I just happened to tune in, and very good commentary, a lot to learn there. So be sure to check it out. Other than that, we'll put this up on the VODs and to the YouTube for Beyond the Summit, and we'll be right back for our second series.